Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a topic that's not only close to my heart but also crucial in today's society. Friendship. That's what we're going to talk about today. And more specifically, we're going to talk about the importance of being intentional about our friendships in a world where it looks as though meaningful connections are declining. And I want us to dive into some interesting statistics and explore why these declines are happening and how we as Christians can sometimes find ourselves limiting these important relationships within the confines of our local church. Let's get into it. So let's start with a reality check. Did you know that studies have shown a significant decline in intimate friendship in recent years? So there was a survey that was conducted by the American Survey Center in 2021. And it recorded that the percentage of people who said they had no close friends tripled over the past 3 decades. Back in 1990, only 3% of Americans reported having no close friends. By 2021, that number jumped to 12%. That's, in simple terms, 1 in 8 people are saying they have no close friends to confide in. It's shocking, right? It's not just that. Those who used to say they had 4 or 5 close friends dropped from 33% in 1990 to 13% in 2021. It's no wonder that in such an individualistic, fast-paced world, we are finding it hard to maintain intimate connections. And so this brings me to the concept of intentionality in friendship. I would say genuine friendships are built on trust. It's built on empathy. It's built on a sense of safety. But these don't happen accidentally. You have to put in the work. We need to be intentional about investing time, energy, and being vulnerable among our friends. Friendship requires effort. We need to be intentional about creating and sustaining these relationships. It's easy to get swept away in the business of life and forget to check in on your friend. But trust me, the strength of those bonds will pay off when life gets really tough. You see, now here's where things get interesting. As Christians, we are called to live in a community, to love one another deeply, and to bear each other's burden. That's our goal. That's one of the things we stand for. But sometimes the church can unintentionally place limitations on who we form deep connections with. This is particularly true in some Christian communities where the leadership encourages members to build friendship only within the church and avoid close friendship with people that are outside. I've personally heard stories of church leaders who warn their members against associating too closely with friends outside the church for fear that they might be led astray or lose their faith. While the intention may be to protect the believer's spiritual life, it can actually lead to isolation and missed opportunities for growth, through diverse, friendships. It's something we have to look into. So let's look into the Bible. Jesus himself modeled intentional friendship with people outside of the expected religious circle. He was known as a friend of tax collectors and sinners, not because he condoned their actions, but because he saw value in connecting with people on a deeper level. His friendship with them was transformative. It brought people close to God. We spoke about Jonathan, but I can't help it. Consider Jonathan and David. They shared one of the most intimate friendships recorded in scriptures. Their connections wasn't confined to religious settings, but it was based on loyalty, mutual support, and love. Their friendship transcended political power struggle and personal dangers. Unfortunately, some church leaders, either sometimes knowingly or unknowingly, can manipulate believers into avoiding intimate friendships outside the church out of fear. When people in power wants to keep control, they often manipulate others by keeping them isolated or limiting their exposure to different ideas or people. So when leaders encourage isolation from friends who don't attend your church, they might be manipulating you into staying within a bubble that can actually limit your personal growth and spiritual growth as well. This goes against the spirit of Jesus's ministry, where he reached out beyond the boundaries of what was considered acceptable to form meaningful relationships with others. So, how do we balance it all? First, we need to be intentional about friendship, both inside and outside the church. You can have intimate, Christ-centered friendship within your church community, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't seek meaningful relationship with people outside of it. After all, Jesus said we are the light of the world, not just the light of the church, but the light of the world. What are you afraid of? One may ask, how can we become more intentional about our friendships? Here are some few tips. Number one, make time. Don't wait for the perfect time. Friendships grow when we make time for people, even in the business of life. Pick up that phone, call that friend that you've missed so much. Number two, be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to share your struggles and victories. Vulnerability builds trust. It builds trust among friends. Thirdly, listen more. Instead of just talking about yourself, ask deeper questions and be fully present in communications. Don't be absent-minded when a friend is talking to you. And fourthly, expand your circle. Don't limit your friendship to just one group. Seek connections with people outside of your church or immediate circle. And fifthly, or number five, be consistent, whether it's a phone call, a coffee meetup, or a simple text message. Consistency over time deepens relationships. Pick up that phone today. Call that friend. Be intentional. There's an aspect of friendship that is less spoken of that I want us to pay attention to. It's very important that we lift others as we succeed. So while you are praying for your own success and working hard to achieve your goals, maintaining your focus and achieving your dreams, don't leave your friends behind. Trust me, success feels empty when you look around and realize you're standing alone. Your goal should never be to be the most successful person in your circle. It should be to bring as many people along as you can. Take friends along on the journey. As you're getting those degrees and you're getting those certificates and promotions, key your friends in. Let them know about the opportunities you're finding. Help them access the resources you've discovered. Don't hide them. Because as the saying goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. True success is not winning alone. The people you surround yourself with today, your friends, could be the very connections and protocols that open doors for your children. Sometimes not you, but your children tomorrow. When you invest in each other's growth, you are not just building your future, you're building a legacy. There's power in shared success. It's often said that it's lonely at the top, but that's only true when you go there by yourself. Imagine how much sweeter success is when it's shared with the people you've grown with. Invest in each other, support each other's dream, and rise together. Success is sweet, but shared success is sweeter. So as you work towards your goals, remember that lifting others up isn't just a nice thing to do. It's essential for long-term fulfillment and impact. Together you can achieve far more than you ever could on your own. Let's build together and let's win together. So let's change the narrative. Let's stop trying to be the lone winner and start aiming to succeed as a group. When you lift your friends, you are not just helping them, you are building a network of support that benefits everyone. In the end, true success isn't about standing on the top of the mountain alone, but about bringing others with you to enjoy the perfect view up there. Listen, friends, let's hold each other's hand and let's build together. And conclusion, I would say just be intentional. At the end of the day, friendships require intentionality. So reach out to that friend you haven't spoken to in a while, whether they are in your church or not. Build friendships that are based on trust, friendships that are based on loyalty, and friendships that are based on love. And we'll come back to it again, just like Jonathan and David, or even Jesus and his disciples. Let's remember that God created us for community, not isolation. And that community can and should extend beyond our local church gathering. Let's be intentional about building the kind of friendships that helps us grow spiritually, emotionally, and socially. Take time today to invest in your friendship. Thanks for watching, and if this video spoke to you, don't forget to share it with that friend. Until next time, go out there and build meaningful friendships.